I know that bad news helps the stock price more than good news, but I can't help get a little bit excited based on this catalyst right here. This is August 1st to 4th, Cancer Genomics Consortium, happening a couple days, okay? Same thing with the CMS public meeting. That's for the Medicare coverage of the Sapphire, and this is going to be active appraise, awareness, marketing. They're both going to be good, and I think these are. I obviously, okay, is it going to affect the stock price? I mean, let's say we did cure cancer and the nanonozzle was coming out commercially. Would the stock price do anything? Okay, at this point, I don't know. But at the end of the day, you cannot deny these are good things for the company that they're doing. You like to see them. Those are happening. Okay, this is happening in 2 days, and this is happening in like 5 days. All right, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. From a company's perspective, as a shareholder, a long-term holder, you are pretty satisfied as to what the company seems to be doing based on our knowledge right now. We're going to be knowing more in earnings, obviously, but there's no huge news today. So we do have a couple new filings, and we have this article here, or we have the earnings, not an article, we have an earnings date that I want to reiterate because I've been saying the wrong earnings date for like a couple weeks now. And I want to clear the earnings date up. That's actually, well, we don't know what the earnings are going to be for sure. I want to go over the details there, though. So starting off with the filings, and then we'll also do the technical analysis at the end, and my price and my portfolio scores. So institutional ownership roughly staying pretty much the same from yesterday. There's not much here, but what we do have is these guys buying 65,000 shares on the 30th of June, 6:30. So if we go to 6:30 here, June 30th. That is going to be at a price of $7.30. And the fact that institutions are willing to load the boat back there, up in the sevens, they're still holding, obviously, to our knowledge. That makes you a little bit more, that makes you feel, that validates your holding almost, a little bit. Obviously, you got to do what you got to do, make your own decision, but you like to see that. You had a couple, we had institutions selling a put, selling some shares. And then these guys sold a little bit of their shares. All right, none of these other ones are significant. The biggest one was that an institution added 65,000 shares. That filing just came in today, and that was obviously recent. That was within 30 days. So is it bullish or bearish? We're essentially the same institutional ownership as yesterday, but still, it does give you confidence to see that an institution is willing to put 65,000 shares in at $7, and they're holding to this day. As of our knowledge right here on Fintel, at least, the expected earnings date is August 12th, right? I said August 23rd before. That's wrong. It's August 12th, according to the Nasdaq.com, pretty much essentially as reliable as you can get, right? So August 12th, that's the earnings announcement, not the 23rd, as I was saying before. It's August 12th. This is better than the 23rd because obviously we don't have to wait as much. We got like 15 days until August 12th. That's beautiful. I can't wait till the day of earnings. It's gonna be I'm gonna be nervous. I'm gonna be shaken, but I'm also gonna be fucking excited as hell, ready for finally, hopefully, the takeoff and the moon to start. Hopefully, we're right about the revenue. Hopefully, the work that we've done has hopefully led us to the right direction, and hopefully they're going to deliver. Hopefully they worked their asses off this last quarter, right? We've certainly given them the money to. The investors certainly have given them the opportunity to do what they say they're going to. It's time for us to see if they really are getting towards and taking good steps towards global Sapphire adoption. Fingers crossed. I mean, okay, we've seen evidence. We think it's going to be good. We'll see what it's going to be, So also this right here, I want to go over the dates here real quick. So the catalyst that we have, this is in 2 days, right? July 28th and 29th, they're going to be talking. Don't know when we will. I don't know if we'll know instantly or if it's going to be on the first day, second day, what time. I don't know all the details on this, but what I do know is that if this goes well, that could be pretty big for the price. If it's not going to be big for the price, it will be big for the company for sure. Because if we were to have the Sapphire be reimbursable by Medicare, that's going to help the sales in a huge way. That's as simple as it gets, right? And also we have the Cancer Genomics Consortium. I'm excited for this one. I'm more excited for this one than most other presentations that we get besides CEO presentations. Normal Sapphire proof concepts, presentations. I'm not really focused on them. But this one, I actually think I'm looking forward to this. I think this could be good. Okay, we've got so many freaking sessions here on optical genome mapping, brain tumors. You got adoption of optical genome mapping in clinical cancer cytogenetics. You got hematological malignancies. You got pretty much every constitutional analysis, prenatal, spectrum of vascular anomalies and overgrown syndromes. What the? I mean, we don't even do this. We don't even hear this jargon that much. Most presentations, most of them don't do anything for the price. This one looks better than usual. We'll see. It's Al Kachabi, our CMO, the genius herself. And I'm excited for this one. We'll see what it's going to be, though. That's a potential catalyst for the price. Now, for the price action, the technical analysis, I mean, it's not looking good, to be honest with you. Okay, I'm not trying to be a shiller. I'm not trying to say sell now. I'm short. I'm bearish now. No, I'm holding all my shares, and I will buy more if we go down to 530 again. I don't know if I'll be able to stop myself. But if we do look at the chart here, remember that inverse head and shoulders pattern I was talking about over the weekend, or yeah, a couple days. I think it was over the weekend or Friday maybe. It is, it's not looking good at all. We were supposed to go up to $7 and then get rejected. We got rejected all the way below 650. Inverse head and shoulders pattern is essentially out of the question at this point, unfortunately. And what's even more scary than that is that, okay, never mind. It's not scary. It depends on what we're doing in the after hours. Okay, by the time you're seeing this, it's going to depend whether we are green or red in the after hours, where we're at exactly. But we are holding somehow. We are holding the super trend of the 4 hourly. That is like the one indicator that's basically our last hope, almost, right? Obviously, it doesn't matter where the hell we go before earnings. Obviously, if we go down to $4 again, even like bear case. What if the market crash, we go down to $3? Okay. For earnings, it doesn't matter if earnings is going to be 4 million or more. I think we're going back to $7 to $8. That's as simple as it gets. Now, right now, we're barely hanging on, clinging over dear life on the super trend. We need to hold above 586 tomorrow. Close the day hopefully above 6. But besides, okay, let's say we go up, let's say we go down, whatever. Brandon, where do I add if we do dip though, right? Because dipping is a possibility right now. Everyone's bearish. Everyone's got the bearish sentiment again. Let's go over where the support levels are, right? So the 200-day EMA and the 200-day SMA, those are your support levels. They're both going to be around 565. Another one's going to be 571. So 560, 570. Pretty much at the end of the day, if you want to not remember any numbers, you're looking at 570 all the way down to like 520 or okay, technically like 534, right? Anywhere in that range, you've got plenty of supports, and all those levels, you're likely to get a bounce off of all those levels essentially. So those are your load zones. If we were to go below 530, where then are we going to have to get our next where should I set my buy limit after that? Well, obviously 430. That we could be forming a nice George W. That might be a little bit hopeful. What if this whole big thing is what if the W starts right here and it does something like this? This is a potential this is a potential pattern for you, right? Boom. What about that? And then you break out of this little point right in here, right? That's like your neckline, hypothetically, or the level that you have to break out of, and then boom, your price target is like all-time highs or higher, right? Maybe that's going to be what's happening. And, we would need to test 430 roughly again, or at least somewhere in that range. So that sucks short term, but long term, that's great. Maybe that's going to happen. I don't know. For me, I want to stay above the 200-day SMA and the 200-day EMA to stay in bullish territory. That's one of the last things that we have that's like super bullish, because macroscopically, we're still in an uptrend. Don't bet against the trend. That's like number one rule if you're going to trade. Right now, we're still going up macroscopically, and that is pretty much factual because you're above the 200-day SMA moving average and the 200-day exponential moving average. That's as simple as it gets. Now, I'll leave you with that for the technical analysis, but I'll say this as well. Stochastic indicator in the 4 hourly. Okay, you're still oversold. I said yesterday, or I said this morning, I guess I should say, or maybe over the weekend as well. I said we're oversold. Usually, the stochastic indicator in the 4 hourly is pretty right. We have not got a bounce yet, and we're still essentially oversold. We're at 20 and 19 on the K and D lines. So we are oversold, and in my opinion, short term, obviously it's going to come down to high growth mostly, but this indicator is saying buy. Obviously, okay, there's 1,000 indicators you can go to, but right now, this indicator is saying buy, and if you look in the past, this one's got a good track. Really, there was your buy signal right there. You went up. Okay, you went up from 570 to 640 right here. There you go. You went from 589 to 690, right? But you got to be careful because sometimes it's a little too early. Like in this example right here. So sometimes you got to give it some time. Every indicator is going to be a little bit inaccurate sometimes, but this indicator has been good. It's got a good track record, and right now it's still oversold. That should tell you something about if you want to sell, right? Maybe that doesn't necessarily mean buy right now because you're like, Brandon, this indicator's been wrong. Sometimes it's like, yeah, sure, but maybe you don't want to sell out right now and try to 100%. You're just thinking 100% this is going way lower. I wouldn't say that at all. We got like 10 days to earnings, 15 days to earnings. Once that happens, you better be in or you're going to be left behind, in my opinion. That's my opinion. I could be totally off. That's what I think is going to happen. With that being said, there's portfolio again, absolutely killed. Thank you so much, though. This is not financial advice. I'll see y'all in the next one.